Bart Vriends. Welcome to Adelaide.
Good pronunciation.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, can you say it for us because you roll the B so nicely.
Again, my name. So it's actually Bart Vriends. Can you try that again?
Bart Vriends.
Exactly. Great.
I know it was a long journey over for you and you've only really had the weekend to kind of hit the ground running. What is your first impression of Adelaide as a city?
Oh, I started to love it. Actually, the weather today it reminds me of home, like rainy and cold. But I took my time to drive around the city a little bit and see the different suburbs and all that. And I really started to feel it and started to like it. I need to find a house still, but I might take this as a chance to live near the beach for the first time in my life. But it looks lively, and I love the people. They're very welcoming. Need to get used a little bit to the rhythm because cafes and bars close at 3 in the afternoon. I'm not used to that, but I will change my own rhythm as well.
Beautiful. And you met the team briefly last Friday, and then you had the first full training Saturday and this morning as well. How was that first session?
Oh, that was the boys made it the easiest thing in the world for me to get into the dressing room and get to know them. Was the first time for me in 8 years that I start in a new dressing room, complete with new players. I need to find out a place. So of course I was kind of, a little bit of nerves there, but from the first second they welcomed me, asked me questions. How was the flight? Do you have a place yet? How's the Netherlands? Everything like that. And I was invited for lunch and for breakfast the next day after. So it was the easiest thing in the world. So I really like the guys for that. It was a warm welcome.
Beautiful. And how was the vibe this morning between our Spaniards? And Harvey and our Englishman?
They all got up really early, around 4 a.m. or 4:30. Obviously, the Spanish guys were having a great smile. One of them, I think it was Gabi, had this scar from Spain hanging in the dressing room, and the English guys didn't say a word today. So that was all clear, and I would be the same actually.
And you've chalked up over 300 appearances in the Dutch top tier, so nearly 200 of those over 8 years at Sparta Rotterdam. You've scored in the Europa League, you're an absolute legend over there. So what has spurred this change to make you come abroad and to Adelaide United?
So I was very comfortable in the Netherlands, but also I had pretty much seen it all, right? So I was in the Eredivisie for 12 or 13 years, seen all the stadiums, relegated 2 times, got promoted 2 or 3 times, played playoffs for European football, and it was intense and beautiful, but also a football career is quite short, so I always had this desire to do something special and something else, and as my age is rising, I felt like, okay, this could be the moment. If I don't take it now, I won't be taking it anyhow. So then Adelaide came on the line, and it immediately felt good and felt like the adventure that I was looking for, to show my capabilities as a player somewhere else in a complete new environment, in a new culture, in a new league, but also grow as a person and experience new things, and that's what I will be looking for here in Adelaide.
And your previous home was at Het Kasteel.
Do that again. Right? Yeah, good.
We might not have a castle at the front, but we're still very much known as a fortress here at Cooper Stadium. So what has been your first impression of the stadium?
Yeah, it's not a castle, but I've seen lots of churches around the city as well. But the Cooper Stadium, and that's one of the reasons that I really really wanted to join Adelaide FC, is because of the Cooper Stadium. People have told me that this stadium is the most favorite stadium for lots of players in the A-League because of its really this football atmosphere. Like the stands are really close to the pitch, the vibe and the atmosphere in the stadium are good, the fans are loud, what I've been told. So I really like it this way. I've been playing in the Netherlands for Go Ahead Eagles, which might be a funny name for you, and it's the same vibe, like a little intense and small stadium but loud fans. Good pitch, and the same I had at Sparta, at Het Kasteel. So I am really looking forward for my first matches here.
And you have a long history history of wearing the number 3, both with Sparta, depending on the game, and now with us. So what is the significance of that number?
At my former club, we didn't have fast numbers. Like I don't have my name on my shirt because the number was connected to the position on the field, but I tend to always play the right center back. But here, this is just my number for this season, and I will always also have my name on the shirt, and that's been a long time.
And the club has recently enlisted PSV Store and Dutch international Ernest Faber as technical director. So how has that appointment influenced your move here?
Well, not too much. I was in contact with Marius before I got to know Ernest, because we're from the same country, but we didn't know each other personally. But then after a couple of days after, I had this meeting with Ernest in Eindhoven, and that was a great meeting. I also took my girlfriend to that meeting, so we both could feel what was going on in Adelaide and what was the club about and the values and the playing style, but also the people around it, and that was a very constructive but also a warm meeting. So from that moment I felt like, okay, I drove home and I was really excited. Like this could be the thing that I was waiting for some years now, and that was also because Ernest Faber, but also Cor Adriaanse, reflected the club really well, and were very happy and speaking very highly of the atmosphere, but also the lifestyle of Australia, and I felt like I should experience that myself.
We hear you're secretly a whiz at geography. So we wanted to know, what is the capital city of Mauritius?
I might get in trouble now. Yes, let's say it's the jet lag. I don't have it top of mind yet. What is it?
Port Louis.
Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this video. It was recorded 10 or 12 years ago, and I was asked by some media, what was your favorite thing to do at the primary school, and I said geography, right, topography, and I kind of know a little bit about that. And then he challenged me with all those countries, and I happened to answer all the questions correctly. It was kind of a funny video, but it got after me, right? So everyone thinks that I know every capital in the world, but it's actually, as you just showed, I don't know them all, but it was Port Louis. Okay.
Slipping a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What is your most listened to track on Spotify?
That's a good question. I like Bob Dylan, like a Rolling Stone. Does that fit? Good.
And do you have a nickname that you want the fans to adopt?
I don't, but I saw lots of references with Bart Simpson. Obviously, I've never watched that show. I don't know anything about it. You neither?
No, I'm a huge fan.
Oh, so honestly, I don't know anything about it, but sometimes when people in some other country ask, what's your name? I said Bart, they say, what? And then I also refer to Bart Simpson. So I have no idea about this, but I'm all right with it. So I saw you introduced me as El Barto. Is that also a Bart Simpson reference? Okay, okay, I'm fine with that. It's good. Let's go for El Barto.